Hello, and welcome to the Animated Dudes Podcast. I'm your host, ShadeX. Now let's get animated.
Yay, we're back! After, 2 months? 3 months?
I think I was gonna record in March
Well, whatever.
or April. I think April.
Most of our school is over, but enough about that. We have a guest. Please introduce yourself, guest. Jordan?
Ooh. Did his internet go out?
What a great welcome back. Ugh.
Yeah, what a great episode. Now, oh no. I notified people in the first podcast server.
Oh, he's back. Jordan.
Okay, he's back.
My internet died.
Oh. Regardless, introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are.
I'm Jordan Powers. I own Gorillas Trivia on Instagram. It's a fan page that goes over Gorillas facts and all of that stuff. And I have a YouTube channel where I post Gorillas stuff.
Nice.
Cool.
All right. So, do we want to get into any kind of news?
I know there's the Sonic movie, which I made a video about.
Ah, yes. The disaster train that people are already theorizing about.
Oh boy.
Sonic the Hedgehog made me vomit, and people are already saying it's a conspiracy, saying that they purposely made it look bad to get conversations going, which is...
You know what I think is probably more plausible is that they probably had already two different versions of the movie with a different Sonic for each of them, and the one that they're actually going to use looks more like Sonic than the one in the trailer.
I don't know what kind of really expensive guerrilla marketing campaign that would be, but it works, I guess. People are talking about Sonic and how crap he is.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a tweet that said the Sonic movie won't ruin the Sonic fan base. It's already been ruined before.
Ouch.
It's been ruined.
I think some Sonic fan
years.
tweeted that with a drawing or something.
Right, and the director came out, and the thing that started this whole mess was one of the directors, I think, came out and said, all right, we've heard your feedback. We're going to fix Sonic without any news of delaying the movie for its 2019 release. So everybody kind of already knows that they're just going to abuse the animators to work overtime for this.
That's
creative decision that could have been fixed ages ago.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they already had like I said, they already had two different versions with a different Sonic in them.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know they had an earlier version of his design.
Yeah, didn't that one look worse but did this one look worse?
I don't know. There was gonna be a version with Chris Pratt as the cop. Okay, I'll find the casting list. Because they tried to get a bunch of good actors, but they're like, no, I don't want to be in it. Oh yeah, I think Tom Holland was gonna voice Sonic. They wanted him. They wanted Let me see the cast list.
Right.
Okay, here. Tom Holland for the voice of Sonic, Josh Gad for the voice of Sonic, Chris Pratt, who was also going to play the cop. So there might have been a movie where Chris Pratt voiced the cop and Sonic. Andy Samberg as Sonic, Bill Hader as Sonic, Will Forte as Sonic, Jim Parsons as Sonic, Charlie Day as Sonic. They wanted Paul Rudd as Sonic and Adam Devine.
Oh my gosh.
They should make a Sonic movie that's like Into the Spider-Verse, but with Sonic.
Into the
And
Sonic verse. Into the
they're all voiced by these people.
into the Sonic fandom.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
oh yeah, but there's a bunch of people for the. I'll just link to the casting list.
Yeah. That it's a train wreck, and I've seen
But
so many
the-
edits already, not just of like stills from the trailer where people just use the Photoshop water blur tool to make it look immensely better, but like people have like gone over the trailer multiple times to reanimate Sonic doing Sonic things, looking better, and the main points I kept hearing were his really toned up legs, lack of gloves, and his realistic human teeth.
Yeah, yeah, that was especially off-putting. The teeth were the worst part.
That was nightmare fuel on a bun.
His teeth. Oh, and yeah, the music for the trailer, Gangsta's
Yes,
Paradise.
that has nothing to do with that. Is no that. I don't know what made them choose that.
Yeah,
Oh, it was.
Like who listened to that song and thought that would be a good song for a Sonic movie trailer?
Like, seriously.
I need to talk to that.
I need to talk to them with this tranquilizer gun.
Exactly.
But. Yes, the train wreck. Are you guys going to see it? Is the question.
I'm not watching that. I'm not watching.
I
I don't. I'd rather see Detective Pikachu.
I'm going to
Yeah.
see that, as well
Which
as
got
this Sonic movie. I want to see this train wreck just explode in my face, and I want this thing to be remembered for years on how to not make a CG movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
First Alvin and the Chipmunks, then this.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just realized how bad the Smurfs looked in that movie after comparing it to that like CGI Smurfs movie that was completely animated that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Man, those Smurfs look ugly.
Yeah, they don't look.
Yeah, they don't.
Right. Well, since you've already catapulted us onto the next topic, Detective Pikachu slated to come out in just a few days. At the time of recording.
Yeah. That has a lot of better. That is a lot. I like the designs a lot better. Like they stay faithful to the designs of the characters. I mean, they're realistic. They look kind of creepy, but I mean, not
They're
terrible.
not.
I mean, they're Pokemon. They're supposed to look
Yeah.
I
weird.
feel like the
They're
director
not.
said make them look as if they belong, and most of them, for the most part, look like they belong. They don't stand out,
Yeah.
pop out, and drag your attention away from the main focus.
I really like in Detective Pikachu. The thing that I really like about it, from what I see, is the sort of like not cyberpunk, but it's like it takes place in the city. Like it has all these like lights and signs and all of these. It's really bright and it looks like it's actually in.
Yeah. But
Yeah, and aren't they making a Pokemon Red and Blue movie after that?
there are rumors that they're trying to make a Pokemon cinematic universe, which
Yeah.
there's always mixed feelings about that, but you never know.
Yeah,
That sounds
that's
interesting.
rumored.
Like, if they're gonna do that, I want to see the legendaries do some legendary crap. I want to see Kyogre, Groudon, I want to see the apocalypse happen
Yeah.
the way it was meant to be. Bring that Game Boy Advance crap into the real world.
Oh, it'd be cool to see gold. Well, gold and red. Well, I don't know what his name is. Like I know I haven't played all the Pokemon games, but I know in Pokemon Gold and Silver, like you battle Red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So like they could do that battle like in the movie.
possibly.
Yeah, that makes.
if they do like a sequel or something, they could have characters like other trainers cross over.
Weirdly enough, we have not heard about anything at all about the Illumination Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah.
No animators have come forward saying they're
still
working
good.
on it.
Yeah.
No reports or financial reports on anything.
Hopefully that just means they're being tight-lipped and they can't say anything about it.
Oh yeah, knowing Nintendo after that whole first movie disaster, the CDI stuff, they rightfully so should be protective of their IPs, but
Yeah.
more importantly,
Yeah.
they better be down Illumination's necks every step of the way,
Right,
because
exactly,
they
yeah,
are
making sure.
notorious for making cheap movies for a quick buck.
Yeah, there better not be Mario dancing to a pop song.
Yeah,
You know
I
there
think
is at least a remix of the Super Mario Brothers theme. Like if it's gonna do that,
Yeah.
I want to have Waluigi dance like he did in Dance Dance Revolution Super Mario Brothers Edition.
I think the movie will be like it'll just be like a 90-minute versions of like the game cutscenes, like but just like in the form of a
Yeah, that is something also. Like, how are they like? We've heard Mario talk in like little bites, but this is at the very least, a 90-minute movie. Hearing Charles Martinet in the Mario voice for that long, hopefully they get Charles Martinet for this. But hearing him do that for like 90 minutes, it's gonna be a bit off-putting because all we hear is the occasional wahoo.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I remember
think-
that Charles Martinet, he did a like Kids Choice Awards like thing with Mario and Luigi. Wait, does he voice Mario and
He voices
both of them?
Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi.
Yeah, but he did like a Kids Choice Awards like for best video game or something. Like he did the voice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say like I just think that they'll probably I wouldn't be surprised if they don't actually have him talk that much in the
Yeah, like that recent update to Mario Tennis Aces added that big cutscene, which I enjoyed.
Right.
Like I like that they put the extra effort into a game that wasn't the best seller, but I appreciate the effort and I appreciate the cinematography of that opening cutscene.
I know that Imaji, that studio that I think is out of business, they wanted to do like a Legend of Zelda movie, and they had a little proof of concept they showed Nintendo, and Nintendo said no.
Yeah, I think that was when they were still like super protective, which they
Yeah.
still should be super protective. Although being lenient and letting people do it, like with that recent, not really recent anymore, lift on a bunch of YouTube stuff. I'm glad
I know
that
they used to have
Yeah, go ahead.
they used to have a Nintendo partner program. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, they disbanded the Nintendo partnership program in exchange, or not really in exchange, like in favor of just letting people film Nintendo products because they realized, wait, this is free advertisement.
Yeah, it used to be like they gave people a penny or so, like they take most of the revenue.
In exchange to let people film Nintendo games.
Yeah, but now it's like they let people do Let's Plays. I don't know how some people got away with it, because some people were partnered with Nintendo, and some people weren't, and still managed to do Let's Plays. Or were they partnered with Nintendo?
No one knows.
Yeah, who knows? But I know Nintendo Let's Plays were a thing even during the whole partnership thing.
Yeah. So, any other news?
They
you
were
can
talking
think of?
about Miyamoto a few years ago he said something about wanting to do he said something about wanting to make anime for the Nintendo.
That'd be cool. Like I saw the Kid Icarus or the Super Smash Bros shorts.
Yeah.
The
Right.
advertisements. Those are really cool.
What I would want to
Yeah.
see, personally, is not a Splatoon anime, but a Splatoon United States animated cartoon. Something super stylized and really fast-paced. Something that would fit Splatoon.
That would be like a 90s cartoon, like the game already is. It'll be like a 90s cartoon.
Just make it super radical and like I want fluid movement. I actually came up with an opening set to the Chirpy Chips. What was it? Wave Prism. So, any other news you can think of?
Oh yeah, apparently I looked it up, and apparently there's a Splatoon manga.
Yeah, there was a Splatoon manga that got turned into a quote-unquote anime, which I would consider a motion comic.
Yeah, there's like 6 volumes of it.
Yeah.
And I know they made an Arms comic, like by I think Dark Horse, like Arms of all things has a comic.
I'm glad Arms got something.
Yeah, Arms is kind of over.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I fell for the whole Nintendo Direct, like trick on Twitter. Like it said, this Direct will focus on Splatoon 2 and Arms. I'm like, weird how Arms is getting more attention.
Oh, when people were retweeting old Nintendo Direct announcements?
Yeah. I'm like, why is Arms getting attention?
Why was that a thing for a solid, like, week?
Yeah.
That ticked me off more than anything, because that actually got me a few times until I was conditioned into like, not believing it until, like, a couple of quote-unquote news sites announced it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the entire month of April is just like, let's make April Fool's Day April Fool's Month.
Yeah. Let's see.
And you had some Gorillas things to talk about?
But you mean like news?
Yeah, any news or conversation pieces?
No. I'm looking forward to the documentary, and I'm looking forward to whatever this new thing is that Jamie said he was working on during his interview with GU.
Oh yeah, I listened to this came out last year. The Good, the Bad, and the Queen, Maryland.
Yeah.
That's a good album.
I love that album. Yeah.
Yeah, originally I thought like I'd do a Gorillaz themed episode where he talked about bananas, but I didn't watch Bananas in time.
Okay.
So
don't worry, I haven't watched it in a while either.
Yeah, like maybe that could be a review video I could do.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it'd be better to do a Gorillaz podcast maybe when there's more news.
That'll be good.
Oh.
And especially because there's the documentary. It seems to it's getting closer and closer.
Yeah. Okay. So this is new news. Disney Plus.
Oh yeah.
Oh right. When does that launch?
November.
Later. Yeah. November.
I think a bunch of shows and movies are going to be on there like day one.
Right.
Yeah, aren't they making a Phineas and Ferb movie?
I don't think I don't know if that's a day one thing, but that's happening.
Okay.
That is going to absolutely wreck the streaming market because, like, in the worst way.
Yeah, like Star Wars, The Clone Wars, those Marvel shows that are coming out.
Wait, the Clone Wars?
Yeah, the Star Wars The Clone Wars is coming back. That got announced at Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are they going to have all the previous iterations of those Star Wars cartoons, too?
Not all of them, but...
Then what's the point? The whole point of a streaming service is that you have everything you can possibly
later, offer. I don't know, because I know they took all the Marvel shows off Netflix and Hulu, like all the animated ones, hoping they add the 90s Spider-Man, the 90s X-Men... Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Like, I hope they add all those shows to Disney Plus, but like I checked, they're only having Ultimate Spider-Man on there and Avengers Assemble, not Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And I'm like,
that is a bunch of bull.
Wow.
Yeah, just the Disney Marvel shows, the animated ones that aren't good.
Some hot takes
they're
from
all we got.
ShadeX.
Those are kind of all we got right now as far as like action cartoons on TV.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a little bit of the new Spider-Man show. I know people hate it. I thought it was okay, but I mean, Spider-Verse is way better, obviously.
What
Are
you
you
been
are you
like?
talking about? You're talking about the one with Drake Bell?
No,
Uh,
they made a new one called Marvel Spider-Man 20.
oh,
It's the 2017 show.
okay.
It's not that good. But I
Oh,
mean, it was the first. No, it wasn't the first to have Miles because Ultimate Spider-Man was the first one he showed up in. But what I don't like about the show is that all the Spider people are from the same universe. Like Gwen becomes Spider
mm,
Gwen, Miles becomes Spider-Man. Then
yeah, that does.
there's Anya Corazon who's Spider Girl. Like, oh, but they all get spider powers around the same time, which is kind of like they should be from different universes. I think
Yeah,
instead of like having
I
a
think that's the whole point of the Spider.
yeah,
They're from different universes.
like even Ultimate Spider-Man made sure to have all these characters in the same I mean, in different universes. Like
Yeah,
I thought the Spider Verse episodes of Ultimate Spider-Man were, not the best, but I didn't hate them, except for the Spider Girl one where they didn't get Mayday Parker. It's just a reverse a Rule 63 version of Peter Parker named Petra Parker.
oh,
I did
What
not like
the
that
actual?
episode.
Petra Parker.
And instead of Norman Osborn, it's Norma Osborn.
What the?
Yeah, if Domino were here, he I don't know, maybe he'd rant about it.
That's
Because
just
he loves Spider Girl, Mayday Parker. He's our biggest fan.
Right. Well, I'm sorry to bring down the mood, but we do actually have some sad news. Chris
Oh.
Riccardi, a guy that's worked on the Powerpuff Girls, Ren and Stimpy, things like Megamind, all Lady and the Tramp, even. He most known for the Modifiers pilot. Died May 2nd.
May you rest in peace. That's very
Yeah,
sad news.
that's sad.
What I hated was that hardly anyone was talking about it day of.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
he did so much more than just the Modifiers pilot. His IMDb page is freaking huge.
yeah. He's an animation legend. That's very sad news to hear.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is sad. I was really
I'm
looking
glad that
forward
people
to
that started to talk about it here recently.
Yeah, I was interested like whether or not the modifiers like I wanted that to be a series.
Yeah, that had a lot of potential.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like the pilot.
But yeah, Nickelodeon doesn't like I don't know, they don't give their creators a chance.
Yeah, they are
Yeah, it's
infamous for
gotta-
their quote-unquote SpongeBob standard.
Exactly.
Yeah, oh yeah, and apparently they're making Spongebob Spin-Offs now.
What?
Yeah, I heard about that too. There's like multiple spin-offs. Of
Is there going to be
SpongeBob.
the Squidward show or something?
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I guess they're trying to make a SpongeBob universe.
Yeah.
And this
SpongeBob
is the
cinematic.
day SpongeBob dies. He had a good run.
Exactly. And you know, for a while after the movie, after the sequel, it was starting to. The show was starting to pick back up again.
Now they're gonna
They had a lot of.
they're gonna wear out both their writers, and they're gonna wear out everyone. The writers, the voice actors, and everybody that's worked on the original SpongeBob.
Right.
With all these if this is true, all these spin-offs, and if they're releasing around the same time, that's gonna kill their studio. Any show that was
Yeah.
airing alongside SpongeBob probably gonna have to be either delayed or rerun to hell while they work on this.
That's pretty depressing.
Right.
We
So
were
come again.
so I was just gonna say we were speaking about gorillas earlier. Speaking of them, they're turning the banana splits into a horror movie for sci-fi.
Oh yeah, that was that one theme song that kept playing on Boomerang all the
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
Wait, are you
Well,
talking
even though
about
they
those
never,
actual banana splits?
yes, the actual banana splits. They're making a legitimate horror movie
I
out of
mean, it makes sense. Like they're like these mascot creatures.
it. Yeah,
All right, I'm
I
not
think
gonna say anything about it until I see it, because that can be either be really funny or really shit.
It's
yeah.
like that. It's that. It's the yeah. The like. I've never seen the show. Just Boomerang kept playing the same like ads, the same bumpers over and over again. So like I've memorized. Well, I don't know the whole.
They were playing that commercial when they weren't even airing the show anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I was watching Boomerang, I was like, oh, this show. I guess I'll watch it. When's it come on? And they never told me. I
Exactly.
think I
Yeah.
think I
But
caught
I
it
like. I
once
like.
at like
I
2 in
like.
the morning.
I like the theme song. It's a good theme song.
Yeah,
I
it
wanted it
is
to be
good.
distorted in this horror movie.
Oh, like some kids running, and then like he hears na 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 na
Yeah,
na,
I
but
think I think the
then the
theme song.
monster comes closer, and the theme song gets progressively louder.
Yeah, the movie is actually they're actually like supposed to be like child murderers in the movie.
Wow.
Oh my
The banana.
gosh!
Yeah, and this apparently like the plot is based around some kind of like epidemic of child murders or something, and they're all from the bananas.
Wow, they're making it's a dark and gritty reboot.
Yeah, I know. I know. Oh,
I know that DC was doing like more mature like versions of Hanna-Barbera characters. I've never read the comics though, but they like I know
yeah, I heard about those.
I know there's a Flintstones comic, a Scooby Doo comic.
Yeah,
Oh
I want to
yeah.
read all of those to be
Speaking
honest.
of DC,
Those look enjoyable.
like I know this is a bit of older news, but Captain Marvel and Shazam they came out some time ago.
Oh yeah, it got to a point where eventually people were talking about Captain Marvel, and I would think they were talking about one Captain Marvel, but they were talking about, and I'd be confused.
Mm.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, they stopped calling Shazam Captain Marvel because Marvel got the rights
Yeah,
to the trademark.
Yeah, some weird legal battles. And then the funny thing was that I can't remember one of the actors that played Shazam came out on Twitter saying, "Please don't he doesn't want to compete with Captain Marvel. Don't try and compare them or make them fight." And everybody was like, "Whoops," because that was right when they announced a death battle for Captain Marvel versus Shazam. And I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
are they making a sequel to the Captain Marvel movie?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, they're gonna make Shazam or Captain Marvel.
Yeah, the DC. I mean Marvel.
Yeah, they're gonna do a sequel, and I'm interested because it's like a prequel to Guardians of the Galaxy, and the first one is, and I assume the second one will be because Ronan
Okay.
the Accuser, who's in the first Guardians film and dies, like he's in the first. He appears at the end of
Oh yeah, I
Captain
remember that.
Marvel.
Okay, that makes sense.
Hmm.
Like I appreciated the one of the another one of the things I appreciated about Captain Marvel was the '90s back.
Yeah, that was set in the 90s. Yeah, that was
Yeah, that
cool.
was pretty cool.
If not, we can just like start talking about some topics.
Not that I can think of.
All right, Shade, you had some topics.
Um, I guess, yeah, I didn't really prepare much. Like, Domino, like, DM'd me saying he was in the mood for a podcast.
Right.
He's gonna air him.
I should have been more prepared, but I mean,
Oh,
I had homework and stuff.
okay.
Right.
I guess, movies that you're all looking forward to.
Well, obviously, Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, Detective Pikachu for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. And I'm
Um,
looking forward to Spider-Man Far From Home.
oh yeah, that one too. That's gonna be good. Whatever the that Scooby Doo movie they're working on is, I think I want to see.
Oh yeah, Scoob, which I know
Yeah,
I know Matthew Lillard isn't going to be in it. Like none of the voice cast aside from Frank Welker who voices Scooby Doo.
yeah, that's really weird. I'm hoping. Did they announce who was replacing them?
Yeah, okay, I know Zac Efron I think is Fred.
Oh, okay. See, it's exactly what the reason I thought they wanted to replace them with celebrities.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Amanda Seyfried as Daphne Blake. Oh yeah, and it's actually a crossover between like the Scooby Doo knockoffs, like Captain Caveman.
Oh,
I don't think Jabberjaw's in it though. Maybe they'll announce more cast people in the cast.
maybe. What if this movie supposed to be like the beginning of like a
Yeah,
series of
yeah,
Hanna-Barbera?
Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe because
Okay,
Dynomutt's in it
okay.
and Captain Caveman. But no one was talking about that because they were focused on, oh no, the cast.
Yeah.
They were like, oh no, they don't have the original cast, so they didn't pay attention to like the crossover.
Yeah, that to be fair, there have always been multiple cast voices for these characters,
Yeah,
like over time, and they're only being replaced for like this one movie.
yeah.
I hope that move. I hope that the Scoob movie is good. I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Okay. We're getting some questions here. For anybody watching on YouTube, if you ever want to ask a question, you can ask it on our Discord server. We have a channel for that, and also live here in the Twitch chat. That being said, anybody in Twitch want to ask questions, go ahead. So we have some here from Discord, farts and stuff, asking thoughts on the Sneaky Boots 47 situation. You guys know anything about that?
No.
All right, then next question.
What are
I don't know either.
that? Okay.
All right, do we want to talk about Endgame spoilers?
Yeah, it's Monday is like
Because we have questions about Endgame here.
Okay.
All right, thoughts on Endgame and where the MCU will go from here.
Yeah, Endgame. I thought it was really good. I saw
yeah.
it and I really liked it. That's a good way. That's a good way to send off that series of films.
Yeah, should we not go into spoilers?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, technically at the time of
I would
streaming,
avoid
it's
the
not.
spoilers.
We're
Yeah, you can't like there's spoiler thing comes off on Monday. Like that's the day like people are allowed to do spoilers. I mean, people are already posting memes on Twitter. Like time has passed, but I mean, I feel
Yeah,
like I'd rather do a podcast on Endgame, like
Right.
maybe themed around that, and maybe talk about Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm looking forward to is how the movies that got teased, which I'm not going to go into detail about. Oh yeah, James Gunn got rehired for Guardians 3.
yeah.
That's
Yay.
old news.
It's,
And yeah, I'm looking forward to Guardians 3 after Endgame. That's all I'll say.
Do you think what would Guardians 3 have been like if James Gunn not being the director?
I don't
They were
know.
still going to use his script, so I mean,
It, I would
so
hope he
like
would at least get a writing
they were
credit.
like oh, we need James Gunn. We need James Gunn back because they couldn't find another director, I guess.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay,
I think they were gonna get a female director to do Guardians 3.
they
And I
couldn't
think they
find one.
asked Taika Waititi and he declined, but later as a joke he tweeted, "Hey, I was supposed to direct this movie."
Oh, I think the Guardians of the Gal. I think they're my favorite team in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, the Guardians film. I don't know if it's my absolute favorite, but it's one of my favorites. The
Yeah.
first Guardians and the second one. That one's really good too.
You know what that first? You know what the movies reminded me of was and I know they're based on already existing Marvel characters, but the movie reminded me of Cowboy Bebop a little bit.
Oh yeah, because they're in space and they're
Yeah, and they don't like
yeah.
they're stuck with each other. Is that a spoiler? I hope that's not a spoiler.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. So we have another question here from. I can't read that. Why do you think there hasn't been any updates on Close Enough for TBS?
Wait, aren't they supposed? Isn't there like a bunch of legal issues or something
Yeah,
with music or
the last thing
something?
I heard about that was like they were still working, but it's not finished. So
Like
that's what I heard.
that show was announced like what 3, 4 years ago.
Yeah, they announced it that little too early. Yeah.
I guess, but
Yeah.
like they had finished footage
Yeah,
for Comic Con that year that they announced it. I'm not sure what happened.
that's
I
very
don't know. I
strange.
know that. Oh yeah, Louis C.K.'s cop show got canceled.
Yeah,
I know that TBS was supposed to like have an entire block of adult animated
yeah,
shows.
the cop show got canceled, and in turn, Close Enough got canceled too because they were supposed to air with each other.
But
Like
Close
they were
Enough isn't
paired.
canceled, I don't think. I think they're gonna
No, I
move it.
mean,
It might just be
yeah,
I mean,
not
officially
it
canceled, but
limbo.
like
I
delayed.
guess it was shelved for a little bit.
Yeah, delayed.
Yeah.
I do know that a bit slightly unrelated, but kind of. Thundercats Roar, the thing that everybody went up in
Oh yeah,
flames about.
yeah.
I have slight, not total confirmation, but possible confirmation that it is still in production.
Okay, that's
Like,
Yeah, there was a promo and it showed Thundercats Roar as one of the titles. Like no clips.
I was hoping the backlash didn't cause them to just like
I
scrap.
know the creator privated his Twitter, I think.
after that
Oh, that's
first
good.
big or not backlash, or that first big outburst that he did afterward.
Let me see. Let me Thundercats Roar. Yeah. See
Like that one announcement was big enough to get even non-cartoon related YouTube channels to speak out about it.
Really?
Yeah, there was one guy. I think it was Shy Guy, and Shy was spelled wrong. He was mostly covering
Um,
video games, but he actually said, "You know what? This requires my thoughts and opinions." So he just he and a couple other non-cartoon YouTubers like spoke out about it, saying, "No, just no."
Wow,
And unlike the
Yeah,
Sonic
but
movie,
Twitter is still privated.
mm,
that's pretty sad. That
Yeah, it's sad. Sad he had to like leave social media because of all the backlash.
yeah,
yeah.
right. So the next question: do you think animated films should be more mature in the future, or be stuck with its child-friendly realm? Um,
I think
animation really
there
had.
should be more variety. If that's what they're asking, I think there should be more variety in demographics in animation.
Well,
In
that
it,
stigma is
anything.
mostly here in the West. So, like over in
Yeah, I know.
Japan, anime and animation in general is pretty much every genre ever: horror, comedy,
Right. Yeah.
lewd
Exactly.
stuff.
I think the person was talking about over here in the
Yeah. Over here, we still have that stigma that cartoons are for kids, and to that I say, no, stupid. Um, there are even examples like in the early '90s. Like, did you ever see Hey Arnold? That show could get deep.
yeah I've seen some people like questioning if that was even a kid's.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Hey Arnold and being deep, let me.
That could get 14-year-old deep. Like there were and still are cartoons that deal with serious issues, although nowadays they try and hide it under comedic undertones. That way they can still get it to
Yeah,
a general audience.
yeah, that's one of the things I kind of appreciate appreciated Love, Death, and Robots for was that it wasn't something that was a comedy. You know, it was more than a comedy. It was like it had a lot of drama in it as well.
Yeah, although something I kind of don't. Well, I think it's something that everybody doesn't like. Not speaking for everyone, of course, but
Yeah,
memes in cartoons
Oh
or
yeah.
any popular trends, because cartoons take about 6 months at the least to make.
yeah, it's gonna date them. It's
Yeah,
gonna date if they put those in there. It's gonna date.
it I get it. Put something that you like in your cartoon, but memes nowadays, they've evolved into something I like to call mayfly memes that can live and die within the month they were created.
Yeah,
Which
the
Exactly.
only
Like
show that does memes well is Gumball.
and or
yeah,
South Park, because they are really
yeah,
fast.
they make those in a week. They
Yeah,
make those in
yeah,
like
I like that documentary fight. Was it 6 days, 6 days to air?
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, because they air it on Wednesdays.
Yeah, Gumball. It has its charm at times. It's slowly getting on my last nerve, but it's
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't know what it's doing. I think Gumball
Yeah, it's
when
good.
it's
It's
talking.
coming to an end. Like it wouldn't want to have SpongeBob rot.
Yeah,
yeah. Simpsons rot,
no, and
SpongeBob rot, Fairly Odd Parents had it bad.
yeah, that seemed like a completely different show by the end
Oh yeah, have you
of
guys
Fairly Odd.
heard anything about Oaxis? It got fully funded, and Hartman just went
Think
silent
he's
about
gonna
everything.
do another Kickstarter for some
Okay, so
reason.
he took all those people's money. He
He
just took
said
all,
there would be more. I don't know. Like he hasn't spoken on Oaxis, but apparently he made a Christian show.
oh,
That man is the very definition of a con artist.
yeah, that was a scam.
Like, I'm sorry, Hartman, but taking people's money, not telling us, and not delivering on your promise after you reached a goal is a scam. That's just no. You have no defense here. That's you lied.
Lie.
And
Like, and probably nothing's gonna happen after this.
oh yeah, just take the money and run.
Exactly.
I wouldn't quit, or I wouldn't put it past him. Um,
And this next one, whatever new Kickstarter he's working on, is probably gonna be a scam.
yep. And like, I haven't checked Hartman's channel in a while, but I'm pretty sure he still has a ton
Let's
of like
see.
dedicated followers and subscribers, and whatever he posts will probably still get funded because of nostalgia.
Oh yeah, I looked over his analytics and his social blade, and yeah, it'd take a while for him to fundo access, but I mean, he could wait to do it because I mean, he has like 742K.
Wow.
Okay, his latest video is the Avengers in the Fairly Odd Parents style,
Right.
Oh yeah, he was posting that on
and
social
it's
media.
Like, plenty of people have already made videos calling Hartman out on his bull. Like, first off, the quote-unquote Fairly Odd Parent style isn't even the Fairly Odd Parent style anymore. That's just Hartman drawing.
Yeah, by the end of the show, it was like completely. It looked like that. That was just.
I get it, people change and their art change, but like, when he draws on paper, it does not look like it belongs in the show. That just looks like Hartman's doodles.
And I like the way his doodles look. I like his like I like his art style, but that's not really what they look like in that. That's not really the style
That
of the
he can
Fairly
draw,
Odd Parents.
but don't call it the Fairly Odd Parent style. Just say drawing the Avengers.
Or drawing the Avengers with the Fairly Odd Parents or something.
There, yeah. You don't
yeah,
have to like
yeah.
strive for this quote. Like, I hate when anyone uses the word style anymore, because it's like the word. What was the word that completely changed its meaning? Literally.
Oh, I know one. Gem. Like this movie is a gem. Like Reddit is tired of that word because they tried posting
Hidden gem and
like
things like that.
like this movie's a hidden gem, and then it got taken down. My post got taken down. They're like, we don't use that phrase anymore.
What?
Some things just get so overused, you get tired of hearing them. One more question. Oh gosh, what is the first podcast?
Hmm.
I think
What was the first podcast?
that was just
came out?
you, me, and Domino in a
It's
blank
like the
background.
first podcast in the world, or the first.
No,
animated
he's it's Lars from Norway. Lars, he's the host of another podcast who Tej, who's in the Anime Dude server. He told him and his co-host about my podcast. I've been looking at their podcast. I like it. It's interesting. They get a lot of big guests on.
Yay.
Okay, I should check that out.
Yeah.
Right. So, anything else you'd like to talk about?
Who, me or Shade?
Anyone?
Oh,
Mm. Should I talk more
yeah.
about Disney Plus?
oh yeah.
Yeah, we can
Disney
rant about
Plus.
Disney Plus a little more. Like, ooh,
Yeah,
ooh. I remember, what's his name? Unique Namosaurus made a good video about how exclusivity rights can ruin streaming as a whole.
Yeah, there's
like
something.
there's so many streaming services. Like Young Justice is on DC Universe, and so is Doom Patrol, which is really good. But like, I don't know if I want to pay for another streaming service.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something just like this is only DC stuff. Like, I don't know if I want to pay for that.
And people are starting to pirate more than they used to.
Yeah, like, I know Young Justice, there was a whole binge watch. Like, keep binging Young Justice, and it brought the show back, but it's not on Netflix, it's on DC Universe. Which, I mean, it makes sense. Like, I know that DC wants money, but, like, in other countries, like, I think Young Justice, Titans, and all the DC shows are on Netflix.
Yeah, and I think some streaming services don't work outside the United States, like Boomerang.
Yeah. Like, some stuff's on... I know some stuff is on Netflix. Like, Like I used to use a VPN to watch stuff on Netflix. They've like
Yeah, some stuff is on there in other countries that isn't there in other.
yeah, but VPNs don't work on with Netflix anymore. They've cracked down on that, but
And like what I
I
would
mean,
want.
I'm sure there's a way, but like not like it doesn't really work anymore. They've cracked down on it.
What I would want
All
for
right.
the perfect streaming service is let me have access to absolutely everything you can offer, and like
Yeah,
Yeah, like Netflix keeps canceling stuff. That just annoys me.
yeah. The Netflix uh takes stuff out as soon as it brings stuff.
yeah, I get it that you can only
Yeah,
store
like
so much
their
stuff on the cloud
original
at once.
stuff, they don't need to cancel it. Like, I mean, I if it gets low ratings, like I understand, but like if people truly care about it, they could binge watch it, and like maybe they could bring it back, but they're not going to do that.
Yep.
Do they do? They don't do this. Okay, you know what? Never mind. This is a dumb
They
question.
mainly did it to the Marvel shows because I guess they didn't want to pay Disney since they had Disney Plus.
Right.
Like, because they'd have to pay Disney to produce all the Marvel shows, and they don't want to do that.
Okay.
Oh
That,
yeah. Disney Plus. Does that also include Pixar movies?
I think
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Everything they own probably.
Yeah, everything they own. There's like a Disney section, a Pixar section, a Marvel section, Star
Which
Wars.
confuses me as to why
What? There's gonna.
Disney and Pixar don't just merge already.
It's called Disney Pixar, but I mean, their
Yeah.
movies, they're both CGI movies now.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's no distinct difference. Like Disney used to be 2D and Pixar used to be 3D.
And
Yeah,
now,
didn't they bought them in like 2006 or five?
Yeah,
and yet
Didn't
they.
Apple originally own Pixar?
I think.
No, Steve Jobs co-founded Pixar, I think.
Oh,
Oh, okay,
okay, okay.
that makes.
But yeah, that that kind of confuses me. Like for some reason, even though Disney owns Pixar, Pixar is still insistent on being their quote unquote own brand.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't get that either. Because that's clearly. I don't think that's what Disney wants.
Yeah, like
That's not how Disney sees it.
it's just weird.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, Disney Plus is gonna have Marvel shows which are take place in the MCU. So I'm curious like how that's gonna work because they actually have the Hollywood actors in the shows. Like there's a Loki show.
Yeah, including the animated ones where the Hollywood actors are going to be the
Oh
voices.
yeah, what Marvel's What If, which I'm really looking forward to because I like those comics. Like What If Spider-Man was in the Fantastic Four or
Right.
well, I don't know exactly all the issues, but but I like those comics. Like the recent one is What If Spider-Man was the Punisher,
Huh.
but it'll be like What If set in the MCU, so it'll be like
That's going to be interesting to see how that even looks in the first place.
yeah. I hope it's a good art style because the Marvel shows are kind of cheap looking sometimes.
Yeah, especially on the Disney Channel.
Yeah, I think, but Marvel Rising, like that show with Miss Marvel, Squirrel Girl, and Ironheart's in it now. That one doesn't look terrible.
Hmm.
But yeah, but Star Wars: The Clone Wars is coming back. The Mandalorian apparently that live action Star Wars show that's day one. This will be like a day one show.
Okay.
And then all of the Simpsons seasons 1 through 30 are going to be on the service. I think that might be
Excluding a
day one
few.
too.
Are they gonna say Family Guy for like who?
I think so. Like I don't know why they have The Simpsons on the Disney service, because Simpsons
Yeah.
has some pretty inappropriate episodes.
Yeah.
I guess it's more family friendly compared to Family Guy, though.
Well,
Right.
anything's more family friendly compared to Family Guy.
Yeah. But I know it airs on Freeform, which used to be ABC Family Guy. Like, Family Guy's airing on that, and they're moving the show to FXX.
Yeah, it's getting taken off Adult Swim.
Yeah, now Adult Swim has to make original content to, like, fill the
Either
space.
either
Well, I mean,
either
they can
that
still
or
fill it with like old reruns of other things, like Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
yeah, they were doing
I'd prefer that
for a while.
over a bunch of Seth MacFarlane shows for like 2 hours.
Yeah, wait,
And
does that
they
mean
were
American Dad is also a Disney property?
Yeah, but that I think that
Wait,
Turner
I think
has
you
the
guys think
rights to
it's
it for a
Turner.
while. Yeah, Turner owns the rights to it for a while. I know it. There's new episodes on TBS.
Hmm.
They might move that to FX eventually, though.
You guys were talking about them airing old reruns of like the classic Adult Swim shows. They were doing that for a while, just a little bit.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I watched a little bit of Space Ghost, I
Do you,
think.
What
do
I
you
would
think
want
that
is for
that
them
might
to
do
expand
you
the
think that
Tsunami
might be a
block.
test run? That might be a test run for like what they would do without Family Guy and all that.
Maybe, yeah. Was that I think that was before the Disney Fox deal, or was
Yeah,
it when
I
it was
think,
or was it around the same time?
yeah, I think those are around the same time.
Maybe they realized, oh, we're gonna lose these shows. Let's rerun this stuff
Right.
before we lose the shows. Because oh yeah, I know that Comedy Central like picked up the rights to Cleveland show and King of the Hill.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, they'll
Bojack
probably.
Horseman, and then they made a whole poster saying, "Look at all these animated shows we have.
Yeah,
They're just acquired shows. Like they don't own them."
Yeah.
they're probably just gonna fill the time slot up for
Like I know
Adult
they
Swim.
have BoJack Horseman on Comedy Central now, and it's like they promote it like it's a new episode, and I'm like, I watched it on Netflix already.
Right. So, what I would want, like, if they, when they run out of time, or when Family Guy just, all those Family Guy slots in Adult Swim's time schedule just free up, I would really want them to expand the Toonami block a little bit more.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I'm like, I want to watch Toonami, and then it's like, oh, I have to sit through an hour of Family Guy and American Dad before I can watch the anime. I'm like, I don't want to wait that long.
Yeah, and like I don't really have the luxury of waiting at 1 in the morning and getting a full night's rest for work the next day.
Yeah, I can't stay up late on Saturday like to watch all of it. I know they moved King of the I mean not King of the Hill. But no Dragon Ball Z, Kai and Super up to like prime
8
time.
o'clock.
Like
Yeah,
as soon
they
as
moved
Cartoon
it to like.
Network's over,
It
those
feels
shows.
like it feels like a retro Cartoon Network block.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad Toonami's back, but hopefully they expand it with the whole loss of all those Seth MacFarlane Fox shows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a good idea. They did it. You know what? For a little while, they had Toonami on for like the longest. I think it's been on the air outside of the April Fool's. And they
Yeah.
had it like that for like a few months, as far back as like a few months ago.
Yeah. I haven't been up to date on Toonami, but I know they do like special like events, like story arcs for like
Yeah, like the
Tom.
intruder, the intruder.
Yeah. Yeah, they upgrade Tom each like ever so often.
Yeah.
But shows I've been watching on Toonami, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I watched that on Toonami.
Yeah.
And
I
I
watched.
know. Oh yeah, you
I
can
was
talk.
just saying. I watched One Punch Man and Mob Psycho 100 on Tuesday.
Yeah, I saw One Punch Man on Toonami, and I saw I've been watching My Hero Academia on Hulu, but I know that's on Toonami now.
Yeah. Which actually, I have a bit of a question. Do you guys watch anime subbed or dubbed?
Uh, I watched it. I watch it sub when there's no dub, but I usually
Yeah,
watch.
Hmm.
yeah, I
Usually,
watch it. I watch it both ways. Like if like I'm on if like I can't find a dub, I watch it subbed. But usually I watch it dubbed.
yeah,
I have no problem watching it subbed though.
yeah.
But I
I've taught
prefer.
myself to read pretty fast, so I can enjoy a sub really well. Although somebody has to recommend a dub to me in order for me to watch it, because like I usually don't trust English voice actors to do the emotion justice.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I actually like learn like need to read subs now because of my film class. Like I recently watched a Chinese movie called The Killer, which was directed by John Woo.
Uh huh.
oh,
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
I should watch that.
It's about a cop and a killer who worked for the Triads. I think I watched most of it. I kind of got tired towards the
Mm,
beginning, but it was very entertaining.
that's pretty.
It has violence in it. It's pretty violent, but it's entertaining.
Sweet. So, any points or conversations we want to have? We're about to near the end here.
Yeah.
All right. So, is this the end of the podcast?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan, you want to make any final plugs before we sign off?
Oh yeah. Please follow me if you're a fan of girls. Please follow Girlless Trivia on Instagram, all one word. And my YouTube account is just Jordan Top.
Awesome. We'll have those linked in the
Cool.
description for you. Right.
Thanks.
So, this is the Animated Dudes podcast, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.